Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another review. Um, Today I have two Parry Daggers. These are from Poker Armory. If you want to find them, it's pokerarmory.com or their Facebook page as well. This should be pretty quick. They are Parry Daggers, so there isn't too much to talk about. When I initially received these, I received these along with my side sword. And when I pulled these out of the box, I was really impressed with them right away. Their fit and finish is really good. The crossguard and blade fit and finish is really good. This one has almost no gap between the crossguard and the blade. Everything was really solid, and they feel substantial in your hand as well. So out of the box, I was impressed with them. So I initially had thought that I was going to do a lot more sparring with them, but I haven't had too much time to do sparring with them. I've done a little bit of sparring. So what I did instead was I decided to utilize the practice pad that Poker Armory also sent me along with this package of stuff and just stab at it. And I went for about 10 to 15 minutes, maybe even a little bit longer, so much so that I put a wrist guard on because my wrist was starting to get weak and tired and I didn't want to injure it. So I ended up stabbing that over and over again and bending these two against that over and over and over again. And I thought that'd be a really good durability test for these because, of course, I can't do a 1 to 2 years review on these just yet. So what I needed to do was fabricate something, a system in which I could weed out if these blades were inferior or not. And so far, these blades are really nice. You can't even tell I've used them yet, even with the sparring. And both of them have sprung back to true, which is really cool. And I bent these quite hard. So initially, like my initial tests of these have proven that if you want to order a durable Parry Dagger, these will check that box. These also happen to be very nimble. So in the hand, I really like the tip speed of these, and the balance is really nice. And particularly this one is really light. It's super light, even though you may notice these are very long. So most Parry Daggers I use are about half this length, and that's no joke. The blades are about half of this. And these are about 64 centimeters from pommel to tip. And that is fairly long for a Parry Dagger. Now, you can find some historical examples of long Parry Daggers. So historically they did exist. But compared to most out there, these are very long. I liked it. It made finding easier, of course. It also made finding and parrying a blow with a side sword that was coming from a high quadrant easier because you could collect it from much farther out. And you could adjust your tempo and your timing as well, which made these really nice. The crossguard on these are also maybe a little bit longer than most. Most are about this long, but the ones I've used are a little bit shorter or they curve up a bit, which then takes away from the length of the crossguard as well. I really like the size of the crossguard on these. They're really nice to use for collecting. So outside of durability and whatnot, I think the only other thing to mention will be ordering and their price. So ordering from their website is pretty simple. They've got two lines, a basic line and a standard line. The basic line is a little bit cheaper and the standard line is a little bit more expensive. So on their website, this one, for instance, is listed at 99 pounds and this one's listed at 115 pounds, which I think is somewhere in the middle for pricing of Parry Daggers. You can find some that are a bit more expensive and fancier, some that are a bit cheaper, but once again, I think they've got inferior, bendier blades than these. So on the website, they list the blade of these for thickness and durability is 13 kilograms, which might be a little bit more on the stiffer side, but that it's still quite flexible, as you can see from those videos I've put in on this. And I think having a little bit of extra stiffness on these made the blade a little bit nicer when finding and pairing other people's weapons, but still gave enough flex that they were still safe when thrusting. So they do have some options on their website when you order, like you can change the leather colors and the color of the inside of the sail. Plus, on the basic one, they have some options where you can select different tip types based upon what you want to do for reenactment, or no tip, etc. So there are options on their website for that. But overall, I think for their price, these are very, very good to buy. They've held up after sparring and my testing, stabbing that pad on the wall, which created a lot of vibration in these. Nothing has come loose. They still feel just as substantial as the day I took them out of the box. Yeah, so I can recommend these. I actually really like these. And I've used a lot of school Parry Daggers. Some were cheap, some were legitimately made from broken rapiers. Some were actual Parry Daggers. I've used quite a bit in the past, and so far these have been my favorite I've used. I think a lot of that might have to come down to the length of them, but what it does, it actually allows me to kind of use them like as if they're a short sword as well as a Parry Dagger, so I can practice dual wielding a little bit with these, which are a little bit lighter, so a little bit easier on the forearms. So I've been able to practice some dual wielding techniques with these as well. Another bonus of a long Parry Dagger. So that's really all I got to say on these. They're Parry Daggers. They're made very well. I can recommend them after having done my durability tests. I can recommend them with their looks and the overall quality of the blades. So if you're looking for a Parry Dagger, check out Poker Armory. I don't think you can go wrong with that. So thanks for watching the video. Like and subscribe and all of that nice stuff. Thanks for watching and have a nice day or evening wherever you are.